All right, welcome back to another edition of the Horseman Pro Football Talk podcast. I am Brad.
And Efe.
All right. You really want to talk about this one? You really want to talk about the Patriots and the Cardinals?
Hey, we had to find one.
Does anybody outside of Boston care? I'm not even sure Cardinals fans care at this point. Both these teams are just really struggling. You know, I'm starting to wonder if Belichick's time is up. Yeah, there's that eternal debate. Did Brady make Belichick or did Belichick make Brady? I think it's both. I think it was a magical combination that just dialed right in where it needed to go. And I don't know that it can be duplicated either direction. But that's neither here nor there. It's a long road trip out to Arizona. I don't know what the weather's going to be like. Maybe hot. I don't know. Maybe the road trip and the heat would help. I think the Patriots should win this game, but I don't know if they will. It seems like a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah. Like I think the Patriots are going to end up winning this game against Cardinals. I just don't think the offensive line is good enough to hold back Matthew Judon and that pass rush. The defense is too good for the Cardinals, is what it comes down to for me. Cardinals won't be able to put up enough points. I'm not real confident in the Patriots putting up points either, but we're talking about Bill Belichick getting his team ready for a primetime game. I think they'll come in juiced and get the job done. And that's not, I think most people don't really care for who's going to win and lose this game. But I think people want to talk about, you talk about the notes that I have here. It's dysfunction and mismanagement collide on Monday Night Football. And that goes both ways on both teams. And that might shock people that I think that about the Patriots and what's going on there. But for so long, we've seen the Patriots, everything goes through Bill Belichick, the coaching and the GM role. I think even while Brady was there, you could argue him as a GM isn't amazing. Like he brought in Randy Moss. What else other than that has he done to really make that team better other than have Tom Brady? Like he drafts very well on defense, but he's a defensive guru. We all know him as a defensive guru. He knows that side of the football. As a GM, you should probably be drafting guys that are good at football, and that's exactly what he does. But when you talk about the offensive side of the ball in modern day NFL, he's not the guy you want making your draft picks. Like he famously turned his head and got the okay from Matt Patricia of all people, another defensive guy, to draft Mac Jones. Like, hey, is it okay if I take this guy right here? Like, and they were working together on that. So, and now you have Matt Patricia in the role as an offensive coordinator instead of just going out and hiring a guy that has been an offensive coordinator. So, like, what is Bill doing? Right. So you talk about mismanagement on his side, and it's not, again, probably a hot take to some people. I don't know if other people have thought all this through. Like I'm looking at like even during Brady's time and how much Brady lifted Belichick. And so I want to know, like, because in my head it makes sense. So from an outside perspective, do you think I'm crazy for thinking that Bill Belichick is past his time?
No, I don't think you're crazy at all. I think it's certainly, as you get older, it's hard to maintain that level. We've heard this from so many athletes. It's hard to maintain that level. It's that whole, the whole Rocky thing, the eye of the tiger, and that's what makes guys like Mike Krzyzewski so surreal. Is guys like Brady. Brady's still doing what he's doing at an age where he should not be doing it. And whether you hate the guy or not is irrelevant. He's defying the odds simply because of his passion and his work ethic. Because a lot of guys with maybe even arguably more physical talent have come and gone, and he's still here. And that's a dedication and a passion to the game. I would assume Belichick still has a passion to the game, but it just, as you get older, it gets harder. I mean, first of all, you got less energy, right? Second of all, you get caught in a routine. Third of all, people start to figure your shit out, and you got to work harder to stay above that, which is what's happened, with him. As you win and people you got to stay a step ahead, and that takes a lot more energy. So, and again, maybe it's more Brady than we thought it was. And maybe he's not. he's a defensive guru, and I don't want to completely bash the guy or dismiss his accomplishments because they've been remarkable. Whether even if you hate the Patriots, you hate him. What they've done has been remarkable. But the ship may have sailed. But by the same token, they could do some non-dysfunctional things in the offseason, bring an offensive coordinator in and bring a free agent or two in and make a good draft choice, and boom, be right back top of the division next year. So I'm not qualified to make that call, whether it's past his time or not. And that's why so many guys stick around too long, is because it takes a while to kind of sort that out. And I think we'll have to see a couple seasons like this in New England before. And the interesting thing is, I don't know if Belichick would gracefully bow out or if he would make Bob Kraft fire him.
Yeah, that's interesting. I feel like I mean, at the least, it would be like a mutual parting of ways that would happen. I feel like Bill would probably know, and because of who he is, yes, I hate the Patriots. I hate Tom Brady, Bill Belichick. Like, I hate everything about the Patriots. But I understand greatness where greatness is due. And like, I just trust Belichick to have the self-awareness to be like, okay, what I did this season, what I've done as a GM, this shit hasn't been working for a while. I got to bring, like, he has enough self-awareness and he's great enough and has the right mind of it and is accountable enough that he's going to figure out and go back right after the season's done and be like, okay, that didn't work. I have to do it the way that the successful teams are doing it. And maybe I should just focus on the coaching. It'll be interesting to see if they bring in a GM. Maybe that's something him and Robert Kraft talk about, so that he just worries about the coaching and the team, and he can work with somebody that's above him that can make those decisions for him. But when it comes down to it, like the point you had, when it comes down to it, that self-awareness and accountability, I think at the end of the day, he'll walk away from it before Kraft has to fire him.
Okay. And the final word on that is maybe. We don't know.
Yeah, football is wildly unpredictable as we continue to see year after year.
Yeah. What about Kingsbury? Is he gone? Or you think they'll give him another shot?
At this point, like, because of the commitment you made to Kyler Murray, like, if you wanted to try something different with Cliff Kingsbury, your time to do it was before extending Kyler Murray. But now you've committed to Kyler Murray, and you have to ride that ship out. So if they're going to cut one, it's going to be Kingsbury. And if you're asking me, Kingsbury and Staley are 1A, 1B on coaches ready to be fired as soon as the season's done.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And I would love to know what you think about this game, what you think is going to happen, who you think is going to win. You let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you for the next video.